Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a quick update for you on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. In today's video, we're going to go over how Senate Finance Chairman Chuck Grassley just responded on Bloomberg to President Trump's comments about the second stimulus package and how he wants a much larger stimulus bill. Then we're going to go over how Orrin Cass, the executive director of American Compass and a conservative economist, he told Business Insider that ultimately right now the core disagreement between the Republicans and the Democrats and how we can overcome it. We're going to go over exactly what he said needs to be done. Moving on, we're going to go over the United Airlines and its industry unions and the letter they sent to Congress and Stephen Mnuchin. They asked for a 6-month extension of funding for the payroll support program and 6 months more of stimulus. And finally, Vice President Mike Pence came out, surprisingly, because he hasn't spoken out a lot on the second stimulus package, and he said exactly what we need moving forward. We're going to go over all of that and more in today's video. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so, and it currently says about 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates, well then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget, you can get $20 immediately when you download the M1 Finance app, and you can get a free stock valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull Investing app using the link down below. So, Senate Finance Chairman Chuck Grassley responded on Bloomberg to President Trump's comments about the second stimulus package. Earlier this week, Trump had said that some of the Republicans disagree with his idea of a larger bill, but he thinks he can convince them to go along with his plan because he likes the larger number and he wants to get money sent out to the people as soon as possible. Chuck Grassley explained how this used to be the White House versus Nancy Pelosi up until about now, but now the president's coming back in saying, well, maybe we can go with a $1.5 trillion deal. Grassley goes on to say that President Trump better be careful of coming in and stepping in right now because he doesn't think that ultimately Trump can get through to the Senate and convince them to go with a larger bill. This indicates that Trump may have a more limited influence than he originally thought on prodding Republicans to support additional stimulus spending. Grassley explained how before negotiations collapsed last month, Trump largely sat them out. He wasn't really involved, and he was leaving it up to Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to engage with Democrats, so it wouldn't be as simple as Trump is making it sound to simply just convince Senate Republicans to up the price tag of their bill. Next up, Orrin Cass, executive director of American Compass and a conservative top economist in contact with several congressional GOP offices, says that the standoff between both parties stems right now from conflicting views of what the package should achieve. They both agree we need a second stimulus package, but they don't agree on what the main goal of this package should be. He told Business Insider that ultimately right now the core disagreement between both sides is that are we trying to get the economy back up and running, or should we keep it shut down and slow down the recovery? Cass explained how he favors another stimulus package to prop up the economy, saying its recovery can be accelerated by helping people return to work, and he added that additional relief legislation would likely benefit the GOP politically ahead of the November election. He said it's both help the economy recover faster and it will also help the GOP in the election in November. So ultimately he said how it seems odd that the controlling party in both the Senate and the White House, with an incredibly important and contentious election just a few months away, would be rejecting the idea of a large stimulus bill because people want more stimulus. That is a very popular opinion right now. He goes on to say how according to a poll just published, it found strong support across both Democrats and Republicans for additional stimulus measures. Around 77% of Americans supported additional stimulus checks, 76% of Americans supported enhanced unemployment benefits and another extension of that, and around 82% of Americans supported providing more small business stimulus as well. So he says that ultimately it doesn't make sense that Senate Republicans want to only support a smaller bill when majority of Americans want more direct relief measures, and that would only help Senate Republicans and the president in the election. Moving on, United Airlines and its industry unions sent a letter earlier this week urging congressional leadership and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to restart critical negotiations of virus stimulus legislation. I briefly touched on this in a previous video, but the airline and unions are also asking that a new stimulus package include a clean 6-month extension of stimulus funding for the payroll support program, which requires airlines to keep their employees through October 1st. They explain how without additional stimulus measures, they're going to have to lay off tens of thousands of workers, and families are going to be at risk of involuntary furloughs starting October 1st. The letter goes on to explain how continuation of this critical program for 6 months to prevent furloughs and layoffs would be critical for the recovery of the industry. And finally, Vice President Mike Pence surprisingly also came out and spoke on the second stimulus package. We don't hear much from him on stimulus relief measures, so when we do, it is fairly important. He explained how President Trump said that we're going to spare no expense to help families and businesses, large and small, to weather the pandemic. He said how nobody wants to give direct payments to American families more than he does and President Donald Trump do. Again, he goes on to say how we sent direct $1,200 checks to American families a couple of months ago. It helped the people through a tough time, and he wants to continue helping them right now and get another $1,200 check out again. So anyways, that is just a quick update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get $20 immediately when you download the M1 Finance app, and get a free stock valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.